Okay, so we'll get started. करो का start. Hello everyone, welcome to the 2026 execution system. Today we are going to see how you can set goals and actually achieve them by using systems. So, some general rules. Let's respect each other in the chat. No spamming in the chat. No recordings will be sent out. So please stay for the call, entire call if your schedule allows. And it's going to be an hour session today. Take notes. So the agenda for today is first, why do goals fail? We'll go over how people set goals but do nothing to achieve them. Although it's wrong to say they do nothing to achieve them. What they do is based on motivation and how they can't follow through it through the whole year. We'll talk on that. Then identities and systems, how your identity shapes who, how you act, what you do. After that, we'll look at a daily tracker system, how so you can track your daily habits. Then the best day and worst day principle, how you should reduce friction in your daily activities. So doing the task actually is easier and you don't push it off. After that, we'll look at how inputs are more valuable than outputs. And finally, a weekly reflection system. So who am I? I'm just a normal student who got tired of just setting goals, being motivated, and then just falling back into the same patterns. Because when I used to set massive goals for myself, I used to imagine what it would be like to achieve them. But then, out of motivation, I used to do it for 2 to 3 days, and after that, I used to uh, fall back onto the normal life I had. So after that, I decided to stop relying on motivation and actually build systems that make me disciplined and help me stay consistent. So I'm still learning, still building, and I'm just here to share what actually worked for me. So, why do goals fail? Because if goals worked, why do most of the people fail every year? Why goals fail? Goals focus mainly on outcomes, not actions. We think about what we want and not how we can achieve it. Goals are basically the destination and not the direction that we want to go in. And goals are mainly set through motivation or through emotional pathways. And motivation is highly unreliable because it is it is a set of chemicals in your brain that gets you motivated. And if those chemicals are not triggered in your brain, the motivation falls off, which leads you to falling off the track towards your goals. After that, people don't have systems to track their progress, to show them where they are in their uh, track towards their goals. And finally, there is no feedback or course correction towards their goals. Like when you're working on something, how would you know if you're actually doing the right thing, or are you just repeating something that is not getting you towards your goal as efficiently as it should? So the truth is, you don't fail because you don't have ambition. Everybody has ambition to do something with their lives. But the reason why you fail is you don't have a proper system set in place. You don't have uh, systems that help you stay consistent. So let me tell you something about me and my goals. The ambitious little child who wanted to achieve so big goals that he didn't know what to do with them. So yeah, some of my goals that I wanted to achieve. Some of them are yearly goals and some of them are life goals. They sound so massive and so big that it makes me look like I'm delusional. And actually, I was, because I used to just think about them and not do anything about it because I couldn't stay consistent with my work. Goals to systems. As I said, goals are the destination and systems are the direction you want to go in. Because without direction, you can't reach your destination. Goals are outcomes and systems are what you do every day. People can have the same goals, but one wins and one loses. Can you guess who wins and who loses? Obviously, the one with systems, the one with consistency wins, and the one who tries to do it through motivation fails. The difference is never motivation, it's the systems. If you leave your success to motivation, you will quit. If you build systems, you can survive the bad days. Like James Clear said in his novel, The Atomic Habits, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Identity and systems. Identity and systems. Goals are external, but identity is internal. When your identity is aligned with your goals, it is much easier to achieve them. If you see yourself as a hard worker, you will act like one. How you see yourself shapes how you show up. Because when you believe that you are something, you will work like that. If you see yourself like a person who goes to gym every day, a person who puts in the work towards his, uh, let's say, financial goals, then you will act like one. But if you don't see yourself like that, then you won't achieve it. Your actions won't align with yourself. Because when you see yourself as a slacker, you'll follow that also. A theory I read was that our mind often links what is real with what we think, blending the two together. Like what we think, often our brain tries to relate it, tries to take signals from the reality. The daily tracker system, the power of visualizing habits. The daily tracker system is a Notion template that you can use to actually track your daily habits. So this quote really struck me. Like day by day, what you do is who you become. So let's look at the tracker. So this is the habit tracker you will be receiving through the email after this session. So this is a Notion template. Basically, what you have to do is you have to click on the new day and it will create a page where habits you have set will be in place. After that, if you go to the weekly tab, you will be able to see all these pages that you have created. These are my pages that I have created. You'll have a fresh and clean setup when you duplicate it for yourself. Basically, what you have to do is you have to take every activity that you've done, every habit that you've achieved. So these are some of my active habits that I like to follow through every day. All you have to do is just click on these habits and it will show that how much of that habit have you completed in this week. So let's say I have completed my workout in the morning. I have had proper sleep and I have put in 1 hour of hard work for today. So it is reflected in this habit tracker chart. When you refresh it, so the workout, the sleep, and let's say one content piece. So when you refresh it, it uh, reflects in your growth tracker. So this is how my growth has been recently since 1st of January. So what does this tracker actually do? It helps you in binary tracking. Basically, what it means is you are focused on the goal and not the emotion linked with it. It's either done or not done. Because sometimes what we do is we tend to say that we set a goal and we usually slack at it. Like let's say we decided to put 1 hour of hard work into something and we put in only 40 minutes. And we say, okay, we did our hard work. So what this allows is to have specific goals and to check if we actually did it or not. In here, it's either yes or no. You can't say I did it for this much time, I did it for that much time. It's either a yes or no. After that, it tracks inputs and not feelings. Like I said, it doesn't it doesn't work based on how you feel about the goal that yeah, I did enough work for today. It tracks that did I do this much work that I had assigned myself for or not. And third, if it is not tracked, it didn't happen. If you forget to track it, you can't go back and track it again. Because I've often found myself uh, puzzled whether I did it yesterday or not. This tracker is not just a to do list, it is a truth mirror of who you are becoming and what you're doing. So, the concept of best day and worst day is to help you keep the streak going. What is best day? Best day is the ideal execution day. It is it is the day that you get your tasks done to the uh, fullest point, like the fullest of the spirit. Like you said, I'll do 1 hour of hard work. So you did 1 hour of hard work, but it shouldn't be like you just did 1 hour of hard work and there is no result or outcome from that. When during a best day, during that hour of hard work, that work is actually tangible, that you have created something and you can see that that 1 hour of hard work has actually benefited you somehow. What is the worst day? Worst day is the minimums to keep the streak alive. Now you let's say you decided to work out every day, but today you're not feeling so well, but you need to put tick mark the workout section. So what will you do? You will do the basics like easy workout, like doing just uh, 3 sets of 10 push-ups, some sit-ups, and some squats. Now this way, although you have not completed your complete workout, but you have put something in, so the streak will not break. All the tasks are completed, although not to their ultimate level. This way, your motivation doesn't break. So, what are the uh, steps to find out what is your best day and what is your worst day? You need to list all the step one. List all the non-negotiables of the day. What you want in the day, that what habits do you want to complete every day? Step two. Decide specifics for the best and the worst days. Like for best days, let's consider workout. Let's say working out for 2 hours is considered as your best day habit. And for the worst day, to keep it minimum, getting a half an hour workout in is your minimum for the worst day. After that, step 3, track using the daily tracker. Now, what does this do? Why should you follow this best day and worst day principle? It helps you prevent all or nothing mindset. Like what we do is we slack off that either we'll, if you're not able to put in the whole 2 hours for the workout, we'll just skip the day. That is not what this principle allows. It helps you keep consistency even on bad days through minimum viable effort. So you do the minimum thing and you still feel fulfilled. Many of the time, what happens is when you put that half an hour workout in, you feel a sense of happiness or joy of the discipline that you are following. It helps you go beyond that half an hour and put more in. Reducing friction. This is a principle from Atomic Habits by James Clear. It helps you make your good habits easier and bad habits harder. So, good habits stick when the path is short. Cut out steps that slow you down so the task feels easy for you. Consider that you want to have a habit like working out. What are the main challenges you face before a workout that your mind says that I don't want to put this workout in? List down those habits, list down those factors. Like let's say you decide you want to wake up early at 5 a.m. and do the workout. Now, waking up at 5 a.m. is another habit. It is a tough job. Many of us can't wake up early. So, how do we tackle this? Let's say waking up at 5 a.m. isn't the most important for you, but the workout is. So, how do you make the good habit easier? You say, we'll start working out from 7 a.m. Let's say, sorry, you start waking up from 7 a.m. Slowly, you build the habit towards 5 a.m. instead of going all the way to 5 a.m. 7 a.m. is much easier to wake up, which allows you to put the work in, put the workout in. This way, you make the good habits easier and reduce friction. After that, reduce? How do you cut out bad habits? For that, you have to increase friction. Consider that you want to quit sugar. If you keep seeing sugar in your daily life, you will crave sugar. That's where environment comes into play. When you shape your surroundings so the unhelpful action takes more effort, is that when you remove the trigger of seeing that sugary product in your everyday life, keep it somewhere hidden or completely remove it from your house. Removing the trigger, adding a small barrier, and uh, guiding yourself towards the right path will help you get rid of the bad habit. Inputs are greater than outputs. You are going to fail. Because when we look at the outputs that we put in, that we get from our inputs are not what we expect always. If you're ambitious, you're going to fail, and not in cute ways, in miserable ways, in frustrating ways. And that's actually a good thing. Why do I say that? Because failure is the undeniable proof that you're actually doing the work instead of just thinking about it. You're not you're not just thinking about how you will achieve those goals or just how your life will be after those goals. When those failures hit, it's easy to blame everything and quit. But we don't want to do that. If we do that, that's when that's what separates the losers and the winners in life. There is this one quote that I heard, that I read actually. It says that every winner is the loser who just decided to try one more time. So, what I want you to judge yourself based on is the one thing, that is your inputs. What you can control is the work you put in, because you can't always control the outcomes that you get. That's why we focus more on inputs than outputs. Not because outputs are useless, but because outputs are data. We are supposed to use our outputs as data and analyze them to tweak our inputs, to improve them. The feedback loop is how efforts turn into progress instead of just burning out. So, weekly reflection. It is a system that I thought about while I was working out. That what we actually do is we set goals, we track goals, and we expect to win. But do we actually look back on the goals and the actions that we are putting in? That is where this weekly reflection system comes into place. So this is the weekly reflection system. I call it the personal performance tracker. In this, I have various metrics that I want to calculate in terms of my goals and my actions. So let's say physical metrics. Every weekend, I put down 10 minutes and fill all of these metrics. This way, I can reflect what I have been doing, what has been working for me, what has not been working for me. In this there are three systems, three parts actually. One is weekly reflection, monthly reflection, and quarterly reflection. This way, you get a more comprehensive reflection for each timeline. You can view each separate reflection in these panels. This Notion template will be shared with you through mail. Another reflection system is the yearly reflection system. So the idea behind this is comparing myself on 31st of December 2025 and 31st of December on 2026. Based on my goals, what were my goals? Where was I when I set these goals? And where do I expect to be when I think I want to achieve them by? So let's take the uh, example of my personal brand. So these are all the metrics during 31st of December 2025. And this is actually a table which I will fill in on 31st of December 2026 to measure whether I was able to succeed or not. Here is the measure of did I succeed or not. Similarly, this is my financial freedom tracker where this is what my situation was in 31st of December and how it is on 31st of December 2026. How it will be. In the end, I have written an honest reflection on 7th of Jan of where I actually stand, what was my current situation, and how I was feeling about my current situation. After that, I have written my goals, what I actually want for 2026. And the habit tracker is how I am planning to achieve that. So, one thing that inspired me to actually build this system is I often used to fall back on my word. I wasn't able to keep my word to myself. I always felt that I was meant for great, but I wasn't doing enough. I was relying on motivation, on feeling motivated, that if I feel motivated, I would put the work in. But I realized that without motivation, you can't get the work in. So you have to be disciplined and loyal to yourself to put the work in. So the final question that this system is meant to ask you is, by the end of this year, is if I met my 31st December 2025 self, how would he feel? Would he feel insecure, inspired, or slightly scared of who I have become? What what is the person that you think the past past you will feel when they see you? And that is the question I want you to ask yourself whenever your deadline is for these goals. Thank you. Let's build something that actually lasts. You will receive these templates through mail. I have authorized all of you with the mics, so you can unmute yourself and share how your thoughts on this session. Anyone would like to share how they are feeling after this session? Okay. So
Hi,
that's it
Amay.
for today. Hello.
So this is Mita.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I personally felt very inspiring with your session, and I hope the tracker really helps me to jot down whatever I am planning for my upcoming version. So yes, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
Nishanta.
you so much. It was a great session indeed.
Thank you.
Good
You'll
job.
receive the yes.
Carry on, please. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. So have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.